the first thing that I always have to say to anyone who approaches it like this is you only need to be able to blend in with people who like in one area, right? So at any given time, you're going to be in one geographic location where there's one, two, three accents. So there's going to be like a main accent for the place that you're at. If you're just visiting a place, well, you don't need to learn a whole new accent or change how you talk. If you're going to go live there, okay, now you're learning it for a different reason. You're trying to, adapt more. So you only need to focus on that accent. For example, I'm learning Spanish. I picked the Argentinian accent. It's different from Mexican and from Spain and it's different from other places. And so I chose that because I went there and I want to go back. And so I want to blend in more when I'm there. So if you want to understand the speed, first choose the accent that you want to study. You can't apply the same logic or whatever to all accents because there's going to be different things that are like, I don't know where you started learning English. Maybe you started learning British English. So for you to learn a Cockney accent, I don't suggest learning that, or like I don't think that that's something you should try to do. But if you were to try to do that, then it would be easier for you to do that than to learn the accent of someone from Texas, for example. So the short answer is find the accent that you want, study that accent, practice more with people who have that accent. Like try to speak with people more who have that accent, listen to more videos of that accent, whatever. Focus in on that accent.
There are, I'll just use stereotypes for lack of a word right now. Stereotypes that come around with different accents. I was academic director at a language center. I hired a teacher who was Chinese, who overall spoke really well, but had the hugest Valley Girl accent. It was like the hugest in Ohio, and it's like, out of all the accents to pick, that's the one, huh? That's the one that, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think that sometimes when we're picking accents, we're not aware of kind of all of the cultural associations that come with that specific accent.
Yeah.
So like if you're planning on like, working on like Wall Street or something like that, and you've studied a Southern accent, not say you can't make it, but there's going to be I think a slight disconnect at first until people get to know you better. So I think when you're choosing an accent,
the standard is probably strategically better to stick to the standard.
Like if you're watching the American media machine, most of the content you're hearing out there, they're usually using a Midwestern accent. Something to consider too is that people are so mobile. I'm from Philadelphia living in Ohio. Chris is from Cincinnati living in Tampa, Florida. Like people move around. So a lot of the regional things that were super prevalent, especially like 30, 40, 50 years ago, accents are really shifting currently in the US.